What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we are going to talk about this nonsense going on within the Snake Eyes movie. Now, if you don't know, I'm a big G.I. Joe fan. I grew up with G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe was my childhood. It meant everything to me. I actually have Snake Eyes version 2 and version 4 right here. This is the most iconic Snake Eyes ever. He's kind of standing awkward because he's really old, and he doesn't, his joints don't hold together that well. That's a pretty expensive character right there. I also have the version 2 Storm Shadow right here. I love my G.I. Joes. I have plenty of G.I. Joes behind me. And so I did not like the two live-action G.I. Joe movies that came out years ago. We had Rise of Cobra and Retaliation. But even though I didn't like them, and I liked Retaliation more, but there were just so many offensive things to a G.I. Joe fan in those movies. But the one thing that they nailed in those movies was Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. For all of the faults that they had, Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow were pretty damn awesome. Everything else was pretty damn terrible. But now we've gotten an announcement that we're getting a Snake Eyes solo film, and I was pretty excited to hear about that. But social justice has already entered the equation. Alright, so Inverse praises Snake Eyes' retcon by casting Henry Golding in the upcoming G.I. Joe film. Now, Snake Eyes, it's not widely known that Snake Eyes is a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white dude, but he actually is, and there is evidence of this in the comics. His face has not been shown very much, but it does play into the character. And I'm trying to remember in the first G.I. Joe movie, I'm pretty sure, again, I haven't watched this movie in a long time, I'm pretty sure him being a white kid kind of really played into the tension between he and Storm Shadow when he showed up to the dojo, and, you know, showed more of ability than Storm Shadow. Again, it's been a long time since I saw that movie, and I've tried to forget pretty much everything about that movie, with the exception of Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. But I would have to go back and check that out. But, so Inverse's Eric Francisco praised the retconning of a classic G.I. Joe Commando Snake Eyes after recent reports indicated that crazy rich Asian star Henry Golding would be cast to play the character. Francisco begins his article by saying, "Finally, we can stop pretending to believe that Snake Eyes is a white guy. Only that he is a white guy." Interestingly enough, he admits that Snake Eyes is a white man, as revealed in the Marvel Comics G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, 93 back in 95. Even more interesting is the fact that the story was written by comics icon Larry Hama, who happens to be an Asian American. Now, Clownfish TV, who I met at Star Wars Celebration, great channel. They just crossed 50,000 subs. Please go subscribe to them. They do a great video on this. I say they do a great video. I haven't watched it yet, but they do great content, and so I'm sure this is going to be a fantastic video. I'll actually link to theirs because I want to watch it after I do this video, because I'm sure it's extremely well done with a lot of knowledge. Now, however, Francisco falsely claims that Snake Eyes' face has only been seen once in comics. As noted previously and shown in Clownfish TV's commentary above, Snake Eyes' face is shown in G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero 93. This is the last time you shall see your face in this condition. So there we have a clear image right there. However, his face would appear in subsequent issues of Hama's Snake Eyes trilogy. Here's a look at his face in issue 94. So here we have more visuals of his face. Now, where are we at? Not only is his face shown in Hama's Snake Eyes trilogy, but as Clownfish TV points out, actually, his face in the comics, in the comics, multiple occasions, they just always shadowed it. Actually, I remember the older issues of G.I. Joe, they always had Snake Eyes. You could tell he had blonde hair and fair skin. They always put a hat on him or something. They covered his face. You never knew exactly how bad the damage was, but you knew he was a white dude. Clownfish TV is correct. G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero 27. Snake Eyes is seen without his iconic costume and is clearly a white man whose face and hair are hidden by his hat. Here you go again. And there's Timber. God, I think that's Timber. Yeah, that's got to be Timber. I haven't read that issue. Despite the fact that Snake Eyes has been a white man in the comics for years, Francisco states casting an Asian American to portray Snake Eyes feels like a serious course correction that feels long overdue. This is certifiably wrong. It's a major retcon of the character by a Hollywood studio. Geekly Sparks from Clownfish TV also knows, because obviously if it's a martial arts person, it has to be Asian. It has to be. That is like the biggest stereotype. You guys are just stereotyping the hell out of it, then claiming about him being white and how they are fixing it now to make it like our stereotype, that we think it should be. That's what you guys are saying. If I could change the title, they are fixing Snake Eyes to make him a stereotypical Asian martial artist because we didn't like that he was white, she adds. Exactly. But this is just nonsense. Larry Hama, who created Snake Eyes, issued the following statement explaining why Snake Eyes is white. Some people are saying that the casting of Golding fixes the character of Snake Eyes, but I disagree. I had wanted to keep him ambiguous until Hasbro introduced Storm Shadow as the only Asian character and made him a bad guy. I decided to fix that by delving into his backstory and gradually turning him into a good guy. This is why Snake Eyes is a white guy. The Hollywood Reporter indicates that Snake Eyes film will be directed by Robert Schwinty of the Divergent franchise. Oh, I've never watched the Divergent franchise, but that doesn't make me feel good. The script is reportedly written by Evan Somebody. The Hollywood Reporter describes the film as Snake Eyes seeking revenge for his father's death by joining a ninja clan and the process finding acceptance. God damn it, man. Like, I just want a good live-action fucking G.I. Joe movie. That's all I want. Why can't... Oh, my God. So this is why I don't even... I don't even want Hollywood touching things. I just... This is not going to be good because they're already introducing social justice into it. They're already treating it like white man bad. White man bad, let's retcon, because, of course, Snake Eyes can't be a martial artist. He can't be a martial artist and be white. Even though Ray Park did such a great job of playing Snake Eyes in G.I. Joe. This is where we're at, though. More social justice nonsense. Everything that we have come to know and love is nothing more than a political propaganda tool for these Hollywood studios. That's it. That's why we can't be excited about anything. However, I did just watch The Boys on Amazon Prime, and let me tell you something. That was awesome. I cannot believe how great that was. I was blown away at how amazing that series was. I loved it so much. It was fantastic. But yeah, this is not good, man. This is starting off on a terrible, terrible foot. This is actively trying to move away from the white guy that the Asian creator of the character made him. He made him white for a reason. But we're going to abandon mythology, history, and logic for social justice nonsense. Thank you guys very much for checking out this video. I don't even feel like doing the Brie Larson things. I'm just pissed off, man. I just want to see a good G.I. Joe movie. I want to see a good live-action G.I. Joe movie. I still have the 1987 animated classic, which still means the world to me. But we didn't get a lot of Snake Eyes in that one. You know, we didn't get a lot of Snake Eyes. For all of its greatness, and it is great. And I know that kind of splits the G.I. Joe fan base. Some people love that movie, some people hate it. I personally, it's everything to me. I mean, I remember back in like the early 90s, you know, it wasn't like today. It wasn't when you could just, you know, download anything on the internet. Back then, there was this segment of kids in the neighborhood that had saw G.I. Joe the movie, and then there was the segment that didn't. I was part of the group that hadn't seen it at that point. So when we would play G.I. Joes, we would always be corrected by the kids that had seen G.I. Joe the movie. And they were like the elitist class, you know? They knew more than us. They had knowledge that we didn't have. They had all of the knowledge of the great G.I. Joe the movie, and we didn't know. So we always had to sit there and take their crap and let them correct us. And then finally one day, because every day when my mom would come home, or my aunt would come home, we were hoping they would go by Movie Gallery or go by Blockbuster and come home with G.I. Joe. And they never came home with it. And one day we're on the other side of the neighborhood. And it was kind of like one person said this to this person ran, told another person, person ran, told another person. And finally, one of these kids finally came. They said, dude, Jeremy's mom got G.I. Joe the movie on VHS. I mean, it didn't say VHS because that's all there was. But so, of course, it was like our world. It was like the Mr. Crab meme. Like everything just started swirling. We all just took off running. We ran home, opened the door, and of course it didn't really happen like this. But for us, it was like a light just beaming down on this unbelievable accomplishment, this life accomplishment. We sat there and we watched it, and it was the greatest thing ever. Love it. But now we got to deal with social justice bullshit. Thanks, Hollywood. Talk to you later. Hey everyone, it's Jeremy from geeksandgamers.com, and if you're a fan of Geeks and Gamers, please go to our website, visit our merchandise store. We have t-shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies, tank tops, and in the very near future, we're going to have many more products for you to choose from. So thank you for the support. We appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.